Hello friends, how you doing? It's going to be an episode of How to Stop Struggling Eventually. Alright, and a lot of it is playing the long game. It's mind over matter, and that is using your brain to formulate a solution. But I want to talk about a question here. And this question, you probably have heard it a million times, and you've asked yourself this, or you've asked this question to other people. So, what can I do about it? Well, there are two questions in that question. There's one question that is, hopefully, the one that you have is, okay, I see a problem. I need to use my brain. I need to figure out, what can I do about this problem? Because there's definitely a solution to the problem. I'm not going to say the solution is going to be easy or simple, but usually solutions are very simple. Executing that simple solution might not be so easy. There's a difference between easy and hard. Easy work and hard work, rather. And then you have that type of person that's, well, what am I going to do about it? And it's that defeated attitude. It's the attitude where you've given up and that you have an excuse for no matter what answer could come your way, you've already shot it down with the excuse, well, what am I going to do about it? And the what am I going to do about it is an excuse of really saying that I'm not going to do anything about that. And it's really sad. I encounter this a lot in my personal relationships, in my professional relationships as a teacher. You gotta problem solve and get through something. We were not all born with the same talents, in the same families, in the same economic status, in the same social circles, in the same family structure. We're all different. We're all going to be encountering our own giants that we feel like we can't overcome. But there is a solution. If you are determined to answer the question, well, what am I supposed to do about this? Or what can I do about this problem? You're going to find that solution. But you got to be motivated. And all that stress that you have, you need to use that stress as fuel to help make yourself better. So let me say that again. I was a little bit distracted on something on the road. So all that stress that you have about like this problem that you're encountering, you need to use that stress as a fuel for the engine that drives you. Because that stress that you have, it's a little bit like gasoline. Gasoline could be used in a good way, it could be used in a bad way. You could use gasoline to burn down an entire neighborhood. That's bad, obviously. Or you can take that same gas, you could put it to work inside of a car or a lawnmower or whatever else, and you could use that gasoline to mow yards, to accumulate, money as you are doing work with that same gasoline. And that's an important thing that we got to keep in mind, is that we have to drive ourselves to be in a better position than we are now. We got stresses. We have things that we feel like we can't overcome, but we can overcome them. But you don't understand my situation. Yeah, I probably don't. But I understand the basics of problem solving. You can get through this. So, if you went to the poorest country on earth, the poorest region, the poorest village, and you had an individual there, and then all of a sudden they were in your shoes, do you think they could do something with it? Yeah, it could be a physical thing, it could be a monetary thing, it could be a situational thing, but there is a solution for that problem. Do not believe the lie that there's nothing you can do about the situation you're in. Because if you're convinced that there's no solution to the problem you're facing, then you will never progress beyond the point that you are now. In fact, if you're not progressing, then you're going to be degressing. I can't think of the word, right? If you're not moving forward, you're moving behind, because the world around you is going to keep moving forward. Your basic needs are still there. But you can do this. Think your way through this. You can solve the problems that are ahead of you. But you got to believe it. You know, often we are our own biggest enemy, or we can be our own best friend. And a lot of that determines our attitude, our motivation, and our actions. Okay? So, you know, there's this thing called the OODA loop, right? You gotta observe the situation you're in. Right? Orient yourself within that situation, and then develop a plan based upon where you are in the situation that you observed, and then take action. And that action, hopefully, is going to help you orient yourself in a better situation you are. So, you know, I'm ranting a little bit, talking a little bit long, but I want you guys and gals to motivate yourself to solve problems. There are all kinds of things that you can do to better yourself. I promise. Anyway, take care, guys. Be well.